it's Jar. Welcome back to my video of my channel. So last video I mentioned about a video I made about Caroline and Damon. Turns out I didn't actually make that video, but I do have what I was going to say for that video here. So I'm going to say that, so I'm going to make that video now, so that if you see this video before, you can watch this video too. Okay. So this is about the Vampire Diaries, and it says, why did everyone forget what Damon did to Caroline? So, I'm going to talk about that because I can't stand Damon. Caroline deserves so much better, and everyone acted as if Damon is a saint after he did so many horrible, horrible things to Caroline. Yet, everyone is so quick to judge Klaus for doing the exact same, for hurting Elena the way Damon hurt Caroline, and yet gets mad at Caroline for liking Klaus and doesn't care that Elena likes Damon after all. Nah. I'm sorry, I have issues. Okay, so Elena was upset that Caroline and Bonnie hated Damon and didn't want her to be with him. More so Caroline, because she was really against it and hated Damon. Yes, she didn't understand why Caroline had feelings for Klaus and basically did the exact same thing to her. Elena was upset, everyone was, because Klaus was this horrible monster that had hurt Elena so much. He's just this horrible person, right, wrong. But when Caroline and Seven began questioning why they hate Klaus when they've done terrible things too, what makes them so different, which is also true, because, I mean, they've both done horrible things, so what makes Klaus so different, right? But it's like everyone forgot what Damon had done to Caroline at the beginning. Yeah, I wouldn't forget what Klaus did to Elena after all these years, so many years. Damon compelled Caroline, point number one. Slept with her during compulsion, which I consider rape in my opinion, point number two. Fed off of her, point number three. Kind of abused her. He pushed her down when she tried to run away screaming. So point number four. So, meh, that's 4 points and a half more. Klaus wanted to use her blood to create more hybrids and wanted to use Elena's blood to create more hybrids and did kill Aunt Jenna, which was her last guardian since her parents died, which is horrible. I'm not trying to excuse Klaus's actions. What he did is horrible, but I feel like what Damon did was more horrible because, I mean, it was psychological, which is always more horrible in my opinion. He messed with her mind, mentality, emotions, and it was just awful. But the way I see it, what Damon did to Caroline was worse than what Klaus did to Elena, which I just said. Okay, so moving on. But the characters and fans completely forget what Damon did to Caroline. He tortured her physically and mentally, hurt her so many different ways. Of course, she's still angry and holding grudges. She didn't want her friends to get mad at her, or was afraid they wouldn't believe her, so she never really told them. So she has to put her anger out on something because it's all put up inside and it's driving her crazy. So she throws her anger at Damon for obvious reasons. I mean, he deserves that. He more than deserves that. He deserves to be killed. Sorry, I hate him. Which is a very unpopular opinion, by the way. I hope there's more people like me who hate Damon, because I don't want to be alone. Okay, because Elena couldn't accept her relationship with Klaus, but starts dating Damon, which is messed up. Caroline does eventually begin to forgive him because he was her mom's best friend and understood how it felt to lose her, and then she married his brother and they both lost him too. It shows how much Caroline truly grew to be able to forgive Damon after all he's done. But I'm still mad that they can't. I mean, it's messed up, okay? It's beyond messed up because everyone's, like, quick to be on Damon's side. Bonnie becomes his best friend, and Elena becomes the love of his life, and Seven and Damon get close again, too, and then, but then gets mad at Caroline for having feelings for Klaus for sleeping with him after all he's done. But what did he do that Damon didn't? Damon never abused Klaus never abused anyone physically or mentally. He never practically raped anyone, because I still consider what Damon did was rape. I don't care, no one can change my mind. What else? Fed off of her. I mean, yeah, Klaus did try to steal her blood to make more hybrids, but which is bad too, don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing what Klaus did, I'm not, because Klaus is no saint, but neither is Damon. And it really bugs me that everyone's out to blame Klaus for and not blame Damon, or it's all mad at Caroline for the way she acts toward Damon and how she's so mad at Elena being with him. Of course she's mad. Anyone would be. I would be so angry at Elena for wanting to be with Damon and forgetting what he did to me if I was in Caroline's shoes. I would so be mad. And I mean, Caroline had more restraint than I probably would have. And it's just not right. And then people get mad at Caroline for the way she acted, and then not get mad at Elena for the way she acts, that little whiny little twit. And it just annoys me because it's messed up, you know? What Klaus did was bad. What Damon did was terrible. And just no one cares. Yes, Damon got himself, you know, what's the right words? He, like, made himself better. I still don't like him, but I think what made me so angry was that he never apologized to Caroline for the way he treated her, you know? I mean, okay, on Once Upon a Time, I can't stand Hook. I can't. From beginning to end, I still hate him. But he did do something that made me respect him a little bit more that Damon never did. In the last season, second to last season, season 6, when Belle woke up from the sleeping curse, Hook agreed to let her sleep in his ship so she can get away from Rumple, because that's a whole long story. You've seen Once Upon a Time, you understand what I'm talking about. But then he says that he's sorry for what he put her through. And she's like, it was a long time ago. And he was like, I know, but oh no, what happened was she asked him why he's doing this for her, and he's like, because I hurt you and I never actually apologized. And he was like, she was like, that's a long time ago. And he was like, I know, but I haven't been able to forgive myself yet, which shows a lot, because I still don't like Hook, don't get me wrong, I still can't stand Hook, but that was sweet, and I have to give him pointers for apologizing to her after all these years, because he actually finally did. I mean, he did hurt Belle a lot, and I would have been so angry if he never apologized to her, like I am about David never apologizing to Caroline. I mean, what did he do to her? He hid her in the Queen's Castle in a flashback when she was kidnapped by the Regina. Then he attacks her in the library. Then he shoots her. Well, he almost shoots her when she was on his ship trying to get back what he stole from Rumple. Then he does shoot her. Was that it? I want to say he tried to kill her one more time. I don't know. But, anyways. And then, Belle even made that point when, Hook offered to help her. He only offered to help her, research, you know, Rumple when they found out Rumple was alive because of Emma. But he did offer, even though it was only for Emma, so I can't give him kudos for that. But he's like, but then she was like, really? And then she turned back to that and she was like, you guys do realize he tried to kill me? And then he says something, and she's like, twice. And then he's like, sorry? But he didn't actually mean it. He was just like, sorry? Like, and that which was messed up. But I do have to, as much as I don't like him, I do have to give him pointers for apologizing to him. And for apologizing to her eventually, because that was sweet. And after all these years, I didn't think he would ever actually apologize to her, and he did, and it made me happy because she deserved that apology from him. Just like Caroline deserves an apology from Damon. I get it, she already forgave him, but I haven't forgiven him. I mean, even if he did apologize, I still wouldn't like him, but I would I wouldn't say I would like him more. I just would respect him a little bit more, I guess, like I do with Hook. I still don't like him, and I don't know if respect is the right word, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean. But yeah, so it's kind of the same thing, but the difference is Hook actually did apologize, even if it was all these years later, you know? And I get Caroline did forgive him, but she didn't have to forgive him, and he definitely didn't earn her forgiveness. And it just makes me really mad. So anyways, please like and subscribe and comment your feelings on this video, whether you agree or not. And please tell me if you don't like Damon too, because I don't want to be alone on that boat. I also don't like Elena, but I don't like Damon more. So that is all. Have a nice day.